Hey everybody, this is your Unit 1 summative review. Hope this helps you study a little bit. Enjoy!
I'm too weak, too slow, too big. I ate too much for breakfast. Got a headache. It's raining. My dog is sick. I can't right now. I'm not inspired. It makes me smell bad. I'm allergic to stuff. I'm fat. I'm thin. It's too hot. I'm not right. I've got shin splints, headache. I'm distracted. I'm exerting myself too much. I'd love to really, but I can't. I just can't. My favorite show is on. I got a case of the Mondays, the Tuesdays, the Wednesdays. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna do something else. After New Year's, next week, might make a mistake. Got homework. I feel bloated. I have gas. I got a hot date. My coach hates me. Mom won't let me. I bruise easily. It's too dark. It's too cold. My blister hurts. This is dangerous. Sorry, I don't have a bike. I didn't get enough sleep. My tummy hurts. It's not in my jeans. I don't want to look all tired out. I need a better coach. I don't like getting tackled. I have a stomach ache. I'm not the athletic type. I want to get sweaty. I have better things to do. I don't want to slow you down. I have to do this? As soon as I get a promotion, I think I'll sit this one out. And my feet hurt.
Operations. First comes your parentheses, or sometimes you will actually hear me refer to it as grouping symbols. Okay, then your exponents. Then we have multiplication and division from left to right. So multiplication and division actually happen at the same time. We're just going to do it from left to right. Same thing with addition and subtraction. It's going to happen from left to right at the same time. So if subtraction comes first in your order in the equation, we actually want to do that first. I'm sorry, in the expression, we actually want to do the subtraction first versus the addition. All right, and this one here we have parentheses, okay? Well, once again, parentheses here simply just means multiplication, so we don't want to worry about it yet. We do have an exponent, however, 3 squared, which please do not mistake that for 6, okay? 3 squared is not 6. It is not 3 times 2. It is 3 times 3, which is 9. And then we also have 4 squared, which is not 8. It is 4 times 4, which is 16. Okay, now we look for any multiplication and division. So we have 2 plus 9. Now we have minus 12 because 2 times 6. And now we have all addition and subtraction. So we're going to do this last part here, addition and subtraction from left to right. So 2 plus 9 gives me 11 minus 12 plus 16. 11 minus 12 gives me negative 1 plus 16. And then finally, negative 1 plus 16 gives me positive 15. So when we look at number 1 here, we have addition and multiplication right here in the multiplication. So we want to undo the addition first. So to undo plus 6, just like yesterday, we're going to subtract 6. And draw your line by the equal sign to keep everything organized. So bring down the 2x. This 6 and negative 6 will cancel out. And then 2x equals 6. I'm just going to rewrite it over here. And now it's just a one-step equation from yesterday. So divide by 2. And x equals 3. So here, a lot of you are going to want to try and subtract the 2 first, okay? But we can look at this top as in parentheses. And if you remember, parentheses actually is your very first thing in order of operations. So when we're solving equations, it's going to be the last thing we do. So we're going to leave that parentheses exactly how it is. Instead, we're going to try and get rid of the 3. Well, it's being divided by 3, so remember, opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply by 3. Multiply by 3 on this side, and now I have x plus 2 equals 18. Subtract the 2, because now it's a one-step equation, so x equals 16. All right, so for this one here, okay, we look at the problem, and we see those parentheses there. So the first thing we want to do is actually distribute, which you see I actually did here for you already. Okay, so I took the 3 times the x and the 3 times the 4 to give you 3x plus 12. Okay, and then I just did the minus 4 equals negative 20. Now ask yourself this, why did I not distribute the 3 to the negative 4 out here? Okay, well that would be because this 3 is on the outside and it only gets distributed to the parentheses, not the number on the outside. Okay, so now I have a problem just like I was doing before. So I'm going to combine my like terms. If you look, in order to make it easier, change the minus sign to a plus sign, make the 4 negative. Alright, so now combine your like terms. So 3x and negative 4x gives you negative 1x. Now it's a problem like yesterday. Subtract 12. That gives you negative 1x equals negative 32. Divide by negative 1. And so x is going to equal a positive 32. What I like to do is move the smaller variable. So in this case, the 2, x is going to be our smaller variable, and we're going to want to move that over here. It doesn't matter whether you move the 5x, it's going to work the same way. Now, remember how we would move a constant? It works the same way with a variable. So it's a positive 2x, so I'm going to subtract the 2x over. 5x minus 2x gives me 3x plus 2. These canceled out, equals 14. And now it's a two-step equation from here. So we can subtract 2. 3x equals 12. Divide by 3. So x equals 4. Next one here, we have a minus sign right here before the parentheses and a minus sign in the parentheses. So first thing we're going to do is change this to a plus and think about having a negative 1 on the outside there. Change this to a plus, make it a negative r. Alright, so that gives me, now I'm going to distribute the negative 1 to inside the parentheses. So 2r plus negative 5 plus negative 1 times negative r just gives me positive 1r equals 13 plus 2r. Alright, draw my line down by the equal sign. Now, if we look at our left-hand side of the equal sign here, you notice you have 2r and 1r. So we want to combine those together first to get 3r plus negative 5 equals 13 plus 2r. Alright, now if you look at your r's, you have 3r here and 2r here. If I were to subtract the 3r over to this side, I'll get negative 1. But this is a positive 2r, so I can move it over here by subtracting 2r. And then I'll have 1r plus negative 5 equals 13, because then these will cancel out. So now my r is positive, which makes it a little bit easier. Add 5. So we could just say 1r equals 18, or just r equals 18, because you don't need to worry about the 1 and 5. We're going to take 7 times the quantity of c plus 1 equals 4 times the quantity of c minus 2. Change your minus signs to plus signs, distribute a negative. So 7 times c, 7 times 1 gives you 7c plus 7 equal to 4 times c, 4 times negative 2 gives you 4c plus negative 8. Alright, so here we have an equation with variables on both sides. So we look at which one's bigger, the 7's bigger. So if I subtract the 4, it's going to give me a positive 3c on this side. So that's actually going to be the easier route to go, because these canceled out then. Now we have a two-step, so subtract the 7, 3c equals negative 15, divide by 3, so we have c equals negative 5. When you're looking at better deal, is you're going to put the money over the ounces. So for the first one here, we're getting 22 ounces of pasta for $3.21. So we're going to take $3.21 and divide it by 22. So that gives you 0.15 0.15 after you round it. So it's 0.15 cents per ounce, okay? Or 15 cents per ounce, okay? For the second one, you're going to take 212 divided by 10 ounces, and that gives you 0.21. Okay, so the better deal would be the first one because it is less per ounce. Okay, remember money on top, number of ounces, or how much you're getting on the bottom. We need on the slide here so you can look at that as we go. So the first one here, we have 5 feet and we're going to convert it to miles. So to start these problems off, I want you to put 5 feet over 1, so make a fraction, and then draw a set of parentheses next to it with a line in between like another fraction. Well, what we want to do is get rid of the feet, so we're going to put feet on the bottom of our first fraction and cancel them out. Okay, because feet divided by feet will just cancel out. All right, well then we look down in our chart here and we look for anything that would help us convert feet to miles. Well, here it gives us feet to inches, inches to yards, feet to yards. Here we go, feet to miles right here. This conversion tells us how many feet are in a mile. So we're going to fill in those blanks, so we want miles on the top now. And in our little chart, notice how 5,280 feet are in 1 mile. So we're going to put the 5,280 next to the feet and the 1 next to the mile. All right, now when we do this, we're just going to multiply just like fractions. So we have 5 times 1 just gives you 5, and then 1 times 5,280 just gives you 5,280, and then you're going to go ahead and divide those, so you get 0.0009 miles, which makes sense because a foot is much smaller compared to a mile, so therefore it's not going to be a very big number.
This wonderful, esoteric, elusive, God-like feature that only the special among us will ever taste. You know, it's something that truly exists in all of us.